What's good, T4C is? You already know, it's your boy, DC3, Dan Corbett III. We're back with another installation of T4C. To my right, we got the TikTok master, Lee Datz. To my far left, we got the magician. I don't know what he was doing last week. He was doing some magic tricks, like he was David Blaine. But we got Drew Williams, and then we got my guy, Mr. Bet on this team himself, Terrence Lewis. He came back. So let's get right into it. So this past week, the NBA came back. It was some crazy exhibition games. It was very weird because there was no crowd there, and you just saw just teams. That's it, teams and coaches. That's it. So I just want to know y'all reactions to the NBA season coming back. Or seeing it firsthand. How y'all feel about the games? What did y'all like about the games? And just tell me what team like stuck out to you. So T, why don't you go first? Because we want to hear your input.
So my thoughts on the bubble are I actually like the bubble because I feel like when you take out home court advantage, it actually shows who the better team will be in the 7-game series. And the team that I liked watching was the Pelicans because they beat almost every team by 10 plus double-digit points without Zion. And I feel like they beat the Nets by 25. They beat the Pacers by, I think, like about 12. Lonzo looks good. Jahlil Okafor, he looks great. He's playing good. And I feel like he'll help them out in the playoffs if he gets more minutes.
Okay. Drew?
Bubble life is great for the NBA. I believe the best team that I've seen in the bubble so far is the Clippers. Paul George looks smooth. He's doing things with this limited amount of minutes through the two scrimmages. He looks like he's a one-man show, hitting threes, taking to the hole. He looks like he's unstoppable right now. At this point in time, the Clippers in general, their bench is very deep. I believe that they have the best team in the league right now, and they're going for their ring this year.
Can I add something? The last bubble game, Kawhi shot 3 for 14. He only had 5 points. I just wanted to add that. And people compare him to LeBron James. So I feel like if LeBron would have did that, it would have been all over ESPN.
Hell on earth.
Yeah. I also just said. Remember, I just said Paul George. I didn't bring up Kawhi.
He did bring up Kawhi.
All right, Lee.
First, I guess T thinks that the Pelicans is going to the playoffs already. He's got them in. But I think for me, it's the Sixers. I think they're making a move to put Ben Simmons at the power forward position, is making a flow to the offense. You got Al Horford back in his natural position at center, where he's played most of his organized NBA career. And I think that Simmons going back to his LSU days, again, 19 points, he's feeling more comfortable and he's shooting threes now. So hopefully that transitions into the regular season.
Wow. So for me, I like the NBA exhibitions. One team that stood out to me is a surprisingly, y'all didn't name them either, but Denver. They came out with an all big lineup. I know like basketball nowadays is going into the small lineups where you got mostly your small forwards or your power forwards playing the 5, but instead they did the absolute reverse and they put Jokic at the I believe either the 1 or the 2. They had Bol at the 2 or the 1, and then they just had a big lineup. So I think that was surprising to me. Bol was balling. That man had like 16 points, had like 5 blocks one game. I think he had like 7 rebounds another game. Like he was just hooping.
Do you think he'll be in the lineup?
Yeah.
Starting lineup. I mean, honestly, yeah. I got him. He's over. Who they have at the 4? I think Paul Millsap, and then they got what's the guy at the 3?
Bol actually playing the 3.
Was he?
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
Porter was.
Michael Porter, that's who it is.
Porter,
Yeah, Michael Porter usually
somebody?
he usually plays the 3, but I think I like Bol over Michael Porter. I like Michael Porter actually coming off the bench. Do I think Jamal Murray's gonna play off the bench? Absolutely not. I think I mean you gotta start him. Like he's your point guard. But that team, the way they did that, I think that was just like a test run to see what do they have and what they got so far. Other than that,
I don't think he'll start. That's my opinion.
Bull?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna start. I think he'll get more minutes, but I don't think he's gonna
and come playoff time, I don't think he's gonna get out of 40 for a 48-minute game, I think he probably get 10 minutes.
If
I
that,
don't. Ooh, that's
Yeah, seriously.
10 minutes, bro.
10 minutes?
Yo, what? If you
That's
need
less than a quarter.
Playoffs is different.
it is.
The
It's
playoffs
exactly-
is way different than this a regular day scrimmage. Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, all these guys was either sitting out because of injuries or wasn't that had to lead the boat for injury. Had to lead the boat for an excuse. Besides that, they're not gonna play that lineup again. We gotta figure that out. So you're gonna have Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. You're gonna have Jermaine Grant. Well, yeah, somebody's gonna have to play 3. They gonna Nola is gonna move back to the 5. They got Paul Millsap. Bobo's he's gonna hit that same thing.
You know scrimmages are
Yeah.
different than the NBA
NBA.
regular season. They do mix and match.
Yeah.
He's right.
That is testing, like you just said, it was a test. They went with a big lineup, have Jokic at the 1. This is not going to happen again. It's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
If come to playoffs time, he's going to go to 10 minutes, maybe 10 or less minutes.
He'd be lucky,
The
yeah.
starters are going to play most minutes, especially being in the bubble. These are guys you're going to see every day. We're probably going to have some of the most competitive games ever. They're not going to a different city traveling. They're right in the bubble. They're going to see these guys eat lunch, see these guys at lunch, passing through the crowd. They're going to see these guys. So this is going to be the most competitive ever. They're not going to be taking these guys out of the game. They're trying to win a championship.
I mean, I get that, but you can't take away the fact that Bobo has been balling. Like, I get it's an exhibition. I get it's a scrimmage. I get that. But at the same time, you wouldn't have, if you really didn't like have any faith in him or see anything in him, you wouldn't have drafted him so high. He wouldn't have been your one of your top picks. Then on top of that, oh, you were second round? Oh, well, still, that's still, I mean, technically, but all I'm saying is this: Bobo, even though it's a scrimmage, he has played very well.
That's a fact.
And I honestly, I don't see them going with Michael Porter.
He's been hurt.
He's been balling.
He's played. I feel like the Nuggets will play this lineup,
Right.
and come playoff
You
time,
do think they're gonna play ball?
Bobo will be playing 20 to 25 minutes again, if not
I can see
25 to
that.
30. I feel
I see
like
that.
he's dominating. The scrimmages these are some of the most competitive games we've seen this year so far. Before the bubble, like before quarantine, before the coronavirus, I feel like this is great basketball, and people are actually playing to win. You see, like, all these games are not blowouts. These games are closer. The scores are much lower, so that means that people are playing defense.
I just feel like y'all are like a scrimmage is a lot different than the regular. Like they're not even playing the starters like that. Like what is LeBron
Or
play?
starters
Like,
not playing.
what, 10
Okay,
minutes?
let's just say that you see Bobo doing his thing. You feel like Denver's going to be in the playoffs. I got a question to ask you guys. Before the bubble, before the beginning of the season, I want to say one team that stood out to me too. OKC. Chris Paul didn't play today. Chris Paul.
He played a little bit today.
He played a little bit.
He played a little bit.
He played like 10 minutes.
Yeah. So the OKC before the season, after they let go of Russell last year, would you consider OKC being a playoff contender?
No. I know.
Nobody in here. They're now even I believe 4 or 5 in the West.
Yeah,
So to get that far and now be in a bubble where you can just take off, that gotta be a team to be actually reckoned with. They have to.
I feel like to that point, that applies somewhat because almost everybody in the sports media expected Chris Paul to be traded to knock you on the Thunder this season.
Yeah.
That's why they weren't ranked in the playoffs. That everybody expected Chris Paul to not play one game in the Thunder jersey.
I think if anything,
That's why
Bobo-
they're so underrated. They didn't really rate the Thunder with Chris Paul like being there in the playoffs. He was supposed to be going by All-Star break.
Yep.
I just think with Bobo, like I don't see them. I think they just saw the potential that they wanted to see when they drafted him, and they're seeing he's even maybe better than what they projected. But I don't see him in the regular season getting more minutes. I see him getting maybe an extra play time, and if somebody gets hurt, then he gets show his shine. But I don't think he's gonna do.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be like maybe 8th or 9th or come
He's
off
gotta
the
be
bench.
ready. Yeah, he's
He's gotta be ready.
8 or 9?
Yeah, I'm serious. This is like
I don't think
different.
you saw him. I don't think
He's
you
gonna
saw
be
him in
6th
Oregon.
man.
No, he's not.
In Oregon, man, everybody got clips. We're talking about in the NBA.
I know, but here's what I'm saying.
College does translate to the NBA.
Yes.
It does translate.
And sometimes it doesn't.
You're right.
Yeah,
For this instant, it does.
You're seeing what he's doing. Well, he's 18. Like, he got a drug test after his first game. You don't drug test people that's playing average. Nigga, he's getting a rebound. He's going coast to coast shooting pull up 3-pointers. He's 6'11".
It sounds like a scrimmage
He's
game.
7'6".
It sounds like a scrimmage game.
But it's still a game though. You don't think like I get it's a scrimmage game, but you gotta remember those players haven't played since March 11th. You don't think the first game that they're not gonna come out, but okay,
This
let's
is his
just play.
time.
Like and like just like T just said, it's his time. It's like he's taking this advantage. He's taking advantage of this opportunity and he's showing what he's worth. I honestly don't. I mean, Michael Porter, like I said, he's hurt all the time. Bo can handle the ball. I'm not saying he
Porter can play though. Porter can play.
He can play, but so can Bo.
No, I didn't say he can't. I just think that he has.
Six man.
I think in a scrimmage game, you're not going to get in the starting lineup.
Right now, the 6th man for the Nuggets is, I want to say, Miles Plumlee.
Nah, it probably be it'll be
Either Miles or
what would be
no,
Will
it
Barton.
might be
Jeremiah Grant and Will Barton.
Yeah,
Jeremy Grant.
Oh, Barton. It'd probably be Barton. I'll get Barton.
no, I feel like Barton's the 8th. I feel like
Barton
Barton
started some games this year.
Yeah, that's why they
And I
switched
feel
him
like
out.
Gary Parrish, he played terrible
yeah.
the season before the bubble. He was playing awful. Like, he was averaging about, I want to say, like 6 points.
That is pretty good.
Well, I'm glad you said. Speaking of 6th man, who y'all got winning 6th man of the year?
This is me being honest, by the way. I have 2 6-men, and they both play for the same team. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for coming alert. We got Drew as a new Clippers fan.
I'm not a Clippers fan. I'm being realistic. And just like Lou Williams said, look this up. Has there ever been 2 players come off the bench averaging 18 points a game? Averaging 18 points a game.
No, it's not.
I remember somebody to the right of me saying that they'd rather have Dion Waiters, T4C in the moment, Dion Waiters over Lou Will.
I remember that too. I was there.
Over Lou Will. Some people do.
One is a defender, one is not a defender.
Some people do a lot of drugs, and I'm not saying that people on this set do drugs. I'm just saying that I think if it's going to be a 6-man a year, it should be split down the middle. It should be Lou Will or Montrezl Harrell for 6th man of the year. But my dark horse will be. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna go them 2.
Well, me, I was gonna go with Montrezl Harrell. He had career highs this year: 18 points per game, 7 rebounds off the bench. By the way, for the record, I'm not a Clippers fan, but he has down the stretch in the 4th quarter. Instead of the Clippers going with their starter Zubac, they actually go with Montrez. And being that he's off the bench, they just feel more comfortable when he's out there. He has started to show that he can shoot the mid-range. He's here and there stretches out to the 3. So that's my pick for 6th man of the year. Only because we all know Lou Williams is balling out and he does this on a regular basis. But Montrez definitely stepped up this year. And he deserves it. However, I will say someone to keep an eye out for it, and I wouldn't be surprised to win it. And he's not on the Clippers. And funny thing, he plays for a team you mentioned, Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder averaged 19 points per game as the 3rd point guard.
Yeah.
He was right behind. He's right behind. It's Chris Paul. Then it's Shai, and then after Shai, it's Dennis Schroeder. So he comes in for either Shai or CP3. So, like I said, he's averaging 19 points, almost 20 points per game off the bench. He's shooting 35, 36 from the 3, which is good numbers because he's really not that good of a 3-point shooter. So he's definitely my dark horse.
Yeah, I think Schroeder is the guy for me as well. I think he's just with OKC being the 5th seed. I think with them being the team that everybody written off. So I think that the way he's playing and the high level of intensity, I think you gotta give it to him this year.
Yeah, my pick for 6th man of the year is Schroeder. Schroeder is the catalyst for that 2nd unit. He runs the show. And I feel like the Thunder, they need Schroeder this year. And next year, I can see them making the playoffs again if they still have Chris Paul.
I look at it like this. Like when you think of a 6-man, it's supposed to be a spark off the bench. It's sometimes when your starters need a break, this guy comes in and provide instant offense, or there's a spark. So when I look at that, when Kawhi, Paul George, they don't play some games, they rest for injuries or fake injuries, whatever they want to do with Clippers, low management. Yeah. When they rest, these guys are still going out there and they even get more than they average at 18. You know what I'm saying? You average at 18 over the course of an 82-game season. So you're averaging 18 points a game during that time span, coming off the bench. You know,
you had OKC going to the playoffs.
But yeah, you didn't. Did you not hear?
He said 82 games too.
Well,
Schroeder.
Besides this year, of course.
You have Schroeder. Who thought like? And don't get me wrong, I'm still sticking with Montrezl Harrell as 6-man of the year. But honestly, it shouldn't be so far-fetched to see Dennis Schroeder being 6-man of the year. The man averaged nearly 20 points per game. He shot a career high in his 3-point shot. Then on top of that, again, I don't know how many times we have to say this, but who in their right mind thought that OKC was going to actually be something this year?
Yeah, I just feel like this is like, if there was any time that Schroeder could probably get it, it's just probably his best opportunity based off what he's been doing this year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, there you go. There you have it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow all of our social media pages. Let us know what you think. Who do you think the 6-man of the year should be? And let us know your thoughts on the exhibition game so far. Let us know what team stood out to you, what team you like and you think is going to be in the finals. Other than that, I'm your host, Dan Corbett. Let's get ready for segment number. God bless you.
Thank you.
You good, bro. Let's get ready for segment number 2, and we out.